Good evening, guys. Welcome to the second session of extra activity, Statistics-2. Okay, extra activity will help you get that extra 10 bonus marks in order to cope up your grade, or like you will get help improving your grade. Okay, so I hope किसी ने ज़्यादा कॉपी वॉपी नहीं करा है लास्ट टर्म लास्ट वाला एक्टिविटी कॉपी करा था क्योंकि I got too many mails regarding asking for my sheet access, editing access. कोई है क्या अंदर? Is it? Was it good ना सुमित भाई?
ठीक है
हाँ
ठीक है
हाँ, लाइक
बोलो।
ऑडियो काफी सही है। अरे आप लोग भी
ओके
रिस्पांस
ठीक
दो, लाइक जिनके टेस्ट हुए हैं तो मतलब मीट को थोड़ा सा
है. Okay,
वो
and
बनाओ, मस्त बनाओ।
give your reactions. Okay, and hope you guys got good reviews from your students, like your friends, your enemies. Okay. Okay,
ग्रुप से लग नहीं रहा था कि
सबसे
एक दूसरे को अच्छे रिव्यू दे रहे हैं।
सबसे अच्छे रिव्यूज मिले हैं, आई होप. ओके ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. सॉरी, लेट्स कीप दिस सेशन, एक पहले सेशन खत्म कर लेते हैं, बाद में आई विल टेक क्वेरीज इफ पॉसिबल. ओके, बिकॉज वी हैव टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट्स एंड लेट्स फर्स्ट कंप्लीट दिस सेशन. ओके, so yes, okay guys, for extra activity 3, let me share my screen. Okay, so I hope it is visible. Yes, okay. So for extra activity 3, here is the description. They are saying that requires you to work on the Python notebook that was discussed in week 0 part 2 content. अगर week 0 देखा है तो सही है, नहीं देखा है तो जाके देख लो. ठीक है, उसमें प्रॉपर इंफॉर्मेशन दी हुई है कि कैसे क्या करना है. एनीवेज आई विल एक्सप्लेन ऑल द थिंग्स, बट फिर भी ओके. सो यस, पाइथन नोटबुक आपको बनानी है एंड मेक अ कॉपी ऑफ दिस फाइल इनटू योर ड्राइव, और सीधा एम्बेड भी कर सकते हो. आई विल शो यू. ओके, एंड गो थ्रू द कोड इन गूगल कोलैब to understand how the parameters can be manipulated in Python notebook. Okay, select an experiment and event from various examples seen so far in the lectures. और आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम अगर इंट्रोड्यूस करती है तो वो add the selected experiment and event to the notebook and perform a Monte Carlo simulation and verify the computed probability. Okay, तो Monte Carlo simulation में आपको कोई एक एक्सपेरिमेंट लेना है जो आपको इंटरेस्ट करता है, या फिर कोई भी एक्सपेरिमेंट जो सर ने लेक्चर में एक्सप्लेन करा, और आपको वो उस पे कोड लिखना है. ओके, और ओके, सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट ग्रेड्स. आपको पाइथन कोड लिखना है, कैसे लिखना है आई विल एक्सप्लेन. ओके, कैसे सबमिट करना है आई विल एक्सप्लेन, बट लेट्स टॉक अबाउट ग्रेड्स फर्स्ट. ओके, सो प्रेजेंस ऑफ कोलैब नोटबुक, जो आपकी कोलैब नोटबुक होगी, ओके, उसकी प्रेजेंस होने पे आपको मिलते हैं 10 मार्क्स. ओके, तो डिस्क्रिप्शन, एक्सपेरिमेंट जो आप सिमुलेट करोगे उसका डिस्क्रिप्शन होगा, उसका 10 मार्क्स. फिर कंप्यूटेशन करोगे, आपकी मैन्युअली कंप्यूटेशन आपको करनी है गूगल कोलैब के अंदर टेक्स्ट में. ठीक है, उसके 30 मार्क्स हैं. और सिमुलेशन के जो कोड आपका परफॉर्म होगा उसके 30 मार्क्स हैं. और एनालिसिस का आपको मिलेगा 20 मार्क्स कि भाई मैन्युअली कंप्यूट किया है जो प्रोबेबिलिटीज, और मॉन्टे कार्लो सिमुलेशन जिसमें मैंने कोड करा, ठीक है, वो सिमिलर है. ओके, सो यस, you will be given options to select that Google Colab notebook is present or not, description is present or not, computation is present or not, simulation is present or not, and analysis is present or not. You have to select the options as per the site. Okay, so here is my site. Okay, and here is our site which we were editing last time. So let's go with the basis first. Here is your stats2 page, and I talked about inserting extra activity 1 and 2 page like this. Okay, so I'll create directly extra activity 3 page. Okay, so here is home. Here's a section of statistics 2. Under the statistics 2 section, I'll make a sub page, okay, called EA3. Okay, So yes, here is my extra activity 3 page. And as I said, just to revise, here you can put text, here you can embed the files, here you can do all the things you want. Okay. Okay. Here's the text box. If you want to end something, here is a URL. You can just paste it and insert it. And second time, insert from here also. And drive text box images. Okay. Same thing is here. Okay. So you have to make this separate section. And most of the guys are asking that a link. Okay. So like, don't paste this link. Okay, in which you are editing, just publish it, and after that, while you will edit now, like after you will open your site, okay, it will appear like this: psstudy.itm.in, your name, statistics 2, extra activity 3. So this link you have to paste in here, okay, in the submit section. Okay, clear? This link which you will make as a separate section, and you have to give this link. Okay, okay, so first part is Google Colab. So let's search it here. Google Colab, and here's a Python. It is a notebook kind of thing. Okay, and you can do a lot of things with this. Okay, so basically it has two options. Mm, just give it a second. Okay, so basically it has two options. Okay, so first I will connect here. Okay, after connecting only we can do all the things. So it will connect. So RAM this, as you can see, first connect here. Okay, and in Google Colab you will have two types of like basic things are code and text. Okay, so basically this is a notebook where you can store code and text with it, and in a very organizable way. So this is the interface you have to work on. Okay, and आपको यहाँ पे code लिखना है. You have to write a code, Python code of the experiment which you will like. Okay, कुछ भी ले सकते हो. Suppose I am rolling a dice. Okay, rolling two dice. Okay, मैं साथ में roll कर रहा हूँ, and I want to find the probability that same numbers come. Okay, साथ same numbers आए और मुझे उसकी probability निकालनी है. So this is the example of a very simple event. Okay, and you can write a simple code with it. You can write a simple code using it, and here is a code section. You can write a code, and if you tap on the text, here is a text section. Okay, so if you want to uh, suppose enter here, so text. Okay, so text here, and after that code here. Okay, so this is the thing. You have to write code here and text here. Clear? So yes, let me open mine so I can explain you guys properly. So after you will create this collab, you have to write a code. Okay. So basically, I am choosing event that question is to roll two dice and see the probability that both dice shows the same number. Okay. So I will calculate the probability. If I roll two dice at the same time, what is the probability that same numbers will come? Okay. So okay. So let's import first NumPy library. Okay. I know most of you have Python with this, or you have completed the Python. And if you are left with Python, so don't worry. This is very basic codes, and you will see the lecture now. Here it is mentioned. Okay, it is mentioned that week 0 part 2. That lecture has explained all the things regarding Python. Okay, because of time constraints, I can't explain all the things. Okay, so I can just explain you basic things. So you have to write a code, and also you have to write a text. Okay. So if you will give this link now, if you will copy this link, and simply you will end, and I will paste it here. And, okay, so okay, so insert. Okay, adjust the size as you want, and here you are. And how many marks? 10 marks are there. If your Google Colab notebook is present, you will get 10 marks. Okay. Description of Google Sites page. Details of the simulated experiment and event added to the Google Sites page. Okay, so as I've done here, you choose a random experiment, some random experiment, and you just give a description of that random experiment in your Google site. Okay, in your Google site, like there is a Google Colab link, and here is the description. Okay, so here is the link of Colab notebook, blah blah blah. Basically, both dice have sample space of 6 numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6. हमने like dice तो देखा ही है, उसमें वो उसकी sample space होती है 1 से 6. ठीक है, 6 sided die, and वो unbiased होता है. ठीक है, biased नहीं होता है, unbiased die, and probability of a number coming on a dice is same for all. Okay, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6. Okay, so uniform 1 2 3 4 5 6 is equal to 1/6. So here is a smart description you can put for your experiment, and ये description का आपको मिल जाएगा 10 marks. Okay, again, so 20 marks are there. If you will put a little description here, you will get your marks for the description of the Google Sites page. So okay, so let's go to Google Colab. So Google Colab has a rule. Most of you are aware of, about Python. Okay, so first we define a function, and after we run the function. So like import NumPy library, I have defined a function here, and after that I have used the function here, the code. Okay, so basically the thing is, if you want to run the command here now, before this, like before running this np.random.seed, you have to like import numpy library first, like you have to run first. Okay, ऐसा मार्क आना चाहिए यहाँ पे. तो ये आपको सीक्वेंस वाइज रन करना पड़ेगा सब कुछ. ओके, उससे पहले कुछ नहीं होगा. इफ यू आर नॉट रनिंग दिस, एंड उसके बिना ही आप इधर लाइक यू आर जस्ट टैपिंग ऑन रन बटन, सो होता क्या है बेसिकली कि दिस यूनिफॉर्म 6,1 एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होता. ओके, so you have to define first. So in order to define, you have to run this code first. Okay, basically you can see here. Okay, okay, so you have to define a function here, and after that you can use it here. Without running it, you can't use it. It will give error. Okay, understood. And you have to put a text. As I said, you can like select a text box and the code box, anything you want. Okay, so estimating probability by simulation, Monte Carlo का थोड़ा description दिया हुआ है मैंने इधर. Probability of event A can be estimated as follows. Okay, we can simulate the experiment repeatedly and independently, say n times, and count the number of times the event occurred, say n a. Okay, and good estimate of P of A is the following. Okay, divided by n. Okay, जितनी बार वो event occur हुआ divided by total number of experiments. Okay, so yes, as n grows larger and larger, estimate becomes better and better. Okay, so this method is generally termed as Monte Carlo simulation. Monte Carlo simulation का ये छोटा सा description है. Okay, so like you are defining an event. Okay, in my case it is I'm rolling a die like I'm rolling 2 dice same time. Okay, so like it is my experiment set, and from that how many times same numbers are coming, it is my NA. Okay, number of times event A occur, or divided by total number of experiments. Okay, so it is a Monte Carlo, and you have to write a code for it basically. So as I said, you have to define a function. If you like, you finalize your code, and you can just code it in bits and pieces. Otherwise, you can code it in one time. Okay, it is also like एक साथ भी कर सकते हो. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं कर सकते, but if you are coding like this, it will look proper organized, and you can give some descriptions here also. Okay, like why you are doing this, why you are doing that. ओके एंड आपको पता चल ही गया होगा कि कभी कभी साइट बहुत अच्छी बनाई होती है, फिर भी लोगों को मार्क्स नहीं देने होते. ओके, होगा हुआ होगा ही किसी के साथ, तो एक पूरा पूरा मेहनत करा और मार्क्स दिए नहीं वो लोग. दे डिड नॉट गिव proper marks and all. So yes, you can uh, make it look more presentable and more good by dividing it into bits and pieces, but don't forget to run. Okay, all the guys who will review if code is in bits and pieces like this, you will always run these first. Okay, okay, and then after that error will come here, and you'll say like no, 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 I will not give marks, error is coming, and blah blah blah. No. Okay, so you have to always run this thing first. Okay, so Monte Carlo is clear. Number of time event is occurring divided by total number of experiments. Any event that interests you, sir has explained in the lectures. Any event you can take, and you can code as follows. Okay, so like my event is getting same number on two die throws. Okay, and my experiment is experiment is to roll two die and find the probability that both dice gives the same number. Okay, so like n of a is number of occurrences of event A, or n है मेरा total number of times the experiment was performed. Okay, so you have to basically code first for this, and after that you have to calculate it manually. Okay, so you have to code it first. So like I'm just see number is equal to 0 in order to count. Okay, first we initialize a variable to 0 for storing the number of occurrences of a defined event. Okay, so I am initializing the count, and after that I'm running a for loop. I'm running a for loop like somewhat 15,000 times. Okay, 10,000 times, 15,000 times, and I can count the number like die 1 is equal to uniform 6 comma 1 outcome of the first die. Okay, so as we said, okay, a die has uniform probability. A number has equal probability. All the numbers have equal probability in an unbiased die, unbiased six-sided die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the numbers have equal probability. Okay, so 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. So for this, we have written a code here. See, uniform. Return np dot random int 1 n plus 1 size m. Okay, so what this will do? Okay, so this is numpy method. Okay, it is a bit maybe complicated, maybe not. Okay, just see this. Okay, so 1 to n plus 1 size is equal to m. So n is number of outcomes in the sample space, and m outcomes selected uniformly at random from 1 to n. Okay, so I'm defining this uniform function here, and I'm returning the outcome. Okay, so it will give number from 6 to 1. It will give me a random number. Okay, so basically I am telling the computer to throw a die. Okay, computer is throwing a die, and it is giving me a number. And yes, if you are too lonely to just stay in the house, if you are especially a standalone student, and if you are not also, if you are alone, you can just play snakes and ladders with the computer. Okay, by just generating this code, you have to just you have to just type it in Replit, and you can play snakes and ladders. Okay, it will play well. Okay, it will beat you most probably. So yes, die 1, die 2, uniform 6 to 1, it will give you a number. Okay, and die 2, it will also give you a number, as I said. 1 to 6, uniform probability, 1 to 6, it will give me a random number from 1 to 6. Okay, so die 1, it is a number, die 2, it is a number. Computer is rolling two dice at the same time, and this is the variable which will store the first die, and this is a variable which will store the second die. Okay, and first die, suppose it comes 1, and second die it is maybe 6. Okay, so I'm comparing die 1 and die 2. If it is equal, then I will increment my number with number plus 1. Okay, so basically the thing is, what was my event? Same number comes. Okay, so die 1 and die 2, okay, which are uniform, it will give me a number. And there is a chance, okay, there is always a chance in real life, in also this computer thing it is not a chance, it is really accurate, that it will like, it has a chance to give the same number. Okay, die 1, die 2 have the same numbers. Okay, so basically you have to uh, count that count that thing. Okay, so I'm incrementing the number whenever I'm getting die 1 and die 2 same. Okay, die 1 and die 2 are same. Whenever die 1 and die 2 are same, I'm incrementing the number. So basically it will give me a count from like around 15,000 tosses, no, rolls, 15,000 rolls. Okay, how many number of times, like, it is giving me same numbers. Both dice are giving me same numbers. So as Monte Carlo, like this explains, the number is NA, and total number of like experiments, it is N. So whatever the number will come here, like the number event A, okay, and A, I will divide it by 15,000, because 15,000 is my like total experiments. Okay, so I will divide it and I will get the probability basically. So that probability which I will calculate, it should come out as like come out in similar way. Okay, if I will calculate the probability manually, it should be like similar. Okay, almost similar. So yes, I'm getting 0.1652. Okay, so every time the result varies. Okay, sometimes it does not vary, and sometimes it varies also. So yes, here is the Python code which you have to write, or like किसी भी इवेंट के लिए आप कर सकते हो, कुछ भी आपको एक्सपेरिमेंट आपको अच्छा लगता हो, you can write a code for that. And here is a simple example. Okay, number of times event A occurs divided by total number of experiments. So here is a Python code. Okay, so for this Python code, the simulation, you will get 30 marks. So total we discussed about 50 marks. Okay, so 50 marks are there, and if this computation will run properly, you will get a total of 50 marks. Okay, I'll discuss further things, and hope this is clear. Okay, you have to write a Python code basically, and you can search. If you are not familiar with Python, you can always search on the internet, and you will find some piece of code. Okay, for a simple experiment which you can put in. Okay, and for the students who are familiar with Python and who have Python, I will suggest you to try it yourself. Okay, so try it yourself, and you will really enjoy doing this. So yes, so after this code, you have to compute manually. There is a manual computation. Okay, I am computing, like, this is basic maths. Okay, basic maths and stats which you are studying, or studied before. So like all the for a single die, probability of coming a random number is 1 by 6. Okay, getting the random number from 6 numbers of a die, 61. Okay, 61 from 6 numbers, any one number is coming. Okay, 61. And for a single die, one of the 6 numbers. Okay, so let me show this 6 numbers. Okay, तो वन ऑफ द सिक्स नंबर्स, एक इनमें से एक नंबर आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है, तो सपोज इट इज 2, it is 1 by 6, right? It is 1 by 6. So basically, for a single die, probability of coming a random number is 1 by 6. Okay, and from 6 numbers, okay, getting a random number, it is random. Okay, it is always random. So 6C1, 6 में से कोई randomly एक number आएगा. Okay, 6C1 multiplied by, for the first die 1 by 6 and for the second die 1 by 6. Okay, and it is equal to 0.1666. So basically, from the code I'm getting 1.652, and from my computation I'm getting 0.1666. Pretty accurate, right? It is pretty accurate, and it should be pretty accurate. It should be similar. Okay, so here is the text, and let me show you one thing. So if you will basically just a second. Okay. Here's the text, and like suppose I'm analyzing this one. So if you want to make this like big, or if you want to change the font and all, and if you want to do some things, so you have to just do some text manipulation. Okay, yeah, okay. So like you have to write it like this, and output is shown in the right side. So yeah, here's the text thing which I talked about. Okay, and if you will do this manual computation, you'll get 30 marks. So 80 marks, and manual computation, and this answers should come like similar, right? Make sure. Okay, 1.652, 1.666. Okay, it is pretty same, almost same. Okay, so that's it. Okay, you have to do these things, and you have to submit the link of the Colab notebook. So in the site section, I'll show you what you have to do. So here is the Colab link. Here is the text description. Okay, and here is the conclusion. As I said, analysis has 20 marks. So I will just give a screenshot as a proof. I will just give a screenshot as a proof here that the number here and the number here is similar. Okay, so yes, conclusion slash analysis. You have to put analysis here, uh, saying that Monte Carlo simulation is giving 1.652, and manual computation gives us 1.666. So it is similar. This analysis will give you 20 marks, and Monte Carlo simulation really helps us in finding probability of complex events, as I said. So yes, first thing, give a small description. Second thing, write a Colab notebook as I showed here. Uh, Search on the internet for the code if you are not familiar with Python at all. And if you are familiar with Python, just uh, select one particular experiment and write the code here, okay? And make sure the rules I told you about. Okay, you have to just first run these. After that, you can do this. Okay, like basically, for a function, it should be defined. Nah? I'm saying it uniform 6 comma 1, so it should be defined before. So if I will not run this before this before this code, if I will not run this, this notebook will assume that function is not defined yet, and it will give an error. Okay. So yes, be careful with this, and you have to put some text here. And this is not very necessary. If you want to put some description of Monte Carlo, you can put. Otherwise, you can start with this heading. Okay, and you can always like even getting same number on two right rows and divided by n. Okay, so if you are like wondering what experiment should I choose, so basically, you can take if I am rolling a die, probability that 6 comes. Okay, If you are really interested that I'm playing the Ludo and I'm rolling a die around 50 times, so what is the probability that I'll get six? Okay, how many times I'll get number six? So this is the simple probability that you can calculate. Okay, this is some complicated thing, like not a complicated thing, but if I will remove this, okay, it will give just give me one number, okay, and I'll just count it here, and I'll say that if die one is equal to six, okay. Suppose I'm rolling a die around 15,000 times, and I'm saying that कितनी बार छः आएगा मेरे को जानना है. So yes, you can calculate. Okay. So number plus one, and it will give you the probability. Basically. So it is all about extra activity three, and basically the thing is like you have to present it in that way that लोगों को दिखे. Okay. अच्छी तरह से like heading वेडिंग दे के सब अच्छे से section बना के लिखना. नहीं तो like suppose if someone is reviewing ना, like मेरे साथ भी हुआ है.
हेलो
Maybe not.
दर्शन भाई,
हाँ.
वो उनके लिए भी बता दो जिन्होंने एक्टिविटी 1 और 2 करी नहीं है, तो उनको एक्स्ट्रा क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा पहले.
अच्छा ओके बट सबमिशन तो गया ना.
हाँ
कोई
तो
नहीं.
मतलब
if you have not
ये
done,
पोर्टफोलियो
ठीक.
पेज तो बनाना ही पड़ेगा उनको भी.
हाँ नहीं like portfolio. Yes, okay. Let me just give a small explanation. Okay. So first let me show this. So like okay, someone was asking. I am awaiting third peer review. I have submitted in the last term. I'm still awaiting. Okay. So don't worry if you have received two reviews. It is good. So someone is reviewing now like this, okay? So it will like five options will come: presence of Colab notebook, description of simulated experiment, computation of probabilities, performing Monte Carlo simulation, and comparison analysis. Simple, okay? So basically, review students will review and make it like proper organized. So students can see like this is the section and this is the manual computation section. And inside you have to do small description and analysis. And for those who are not prepared for the like extra activity one and two, so don't worry, you will not have to do a lot work. So just make your portfolio. Just let me. So extra activity three, it was all about it, and I'll just give a small description of. Okay, so just search Google Sites. If you are blank like पूरे blank ही हो तो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कैसे करना है. You have to choose student portfolio. Okay, it will make a portfolio for you. And yes, so here is a portfolio. Here is my name. Suppose I'm writing this. Okay, done. So yes, this type of portfolio you have to make. And if you are not aware about the features, I told you already pages, you can insert it here, and text box, images, and drive, okay, all the things. And I showed how to end this, okay, just paste the URL here like this and tap on insert, okay, anything, Google site and all, Google Sheets, anything you can put here. So basically, for those who have not yet done the extra activity one and two, so I'll suggest you to do extra activity three directly. Okay, just put the section of extra activity three here and paste the link of extra activity three. Okay, I'll make a sub page and I'll do E3 as I said, and okay, the section is here, and just after you will publish, here is like here the link will come and you have to put that link. Okay, you will not lose marks if you are not done extra activity one and two. Okay, deadlines are gone. अब इसके बारे में नहीं सोचना है, जो होना था वो हो गया. अभी भी 3, 4, 5 and 6 आप चारों कर लोगे तो भी चांसेस है कि आपको पूरे मार्क्स मिल जाए 10 मार्क्स. Okay, there are chances you can get 10 marks. Okay, if you will submit it regularly, like week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6. Okay, so basically your portfolio look like this, should look like this: introduction, learning journey, statistics, like extra activity 3. Here is my collab. Collab should open. Okay, let me do here same. Okay, as I said in the last session, tap on share and make sure it is here. It is IIT Madras. Okay, okay. So yes, make sure it is IIT Madras here. After that, only students will be able to open your Google Colab. If you want to post a screenshot showing that code output and manual calculation, you can put. And if you don't want to put, then it's your choice. And after that, conclusion analysis is must. Okay, 20 marks are for that. And you can write a good code. You can write a good code here, as I said. Okay, just to revise things, you have to run first these things. After that, you can run this. Otherwise, notebook will assume that function is not defined. Okay, okay. So yeah, so this was all about extra activity three.
Hello.
Yes.
I just want to say one thing. Can I share my screen and show my website that I have done so far that you can review
Uh, mm, okay. Go for it.
just for a few minutes? Okay. Just let me.
Okay. So the time is up now. So yeah, this is all about extra activity three. Hope you guys understood all the things. Okay, all the best for the A3 and hope you get good review.